time. It comes and then it goes. Better cause a holy show. Cross my eyes, dot my T's, holding out for certainty. City boy, listen to national. I swear we'll keep it casual.
Hey guys, this is Chauncey from Session Stories, and today we're joined by Dublin-based band Big Sleep. Their music blends infectious melodies with an energy that can shift from raw and gritty to smooth and atmospheric. After last year's EP, Stay Put Sunshine, they're back with 2 new singles that really showcase their range, from the fuzzy punk rock punch of Pick a Cheek to the sleek and mysterious pull of Ruminate, and we're so stoked to have them here.
Thank you so much for having us. Hi.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, let's get into the newest, well, it's not the newest one, but Pick a Cheek throughout this year. This has definitely like this raw and gritty kind of like punk rock energy. We have like the fuzzy guitars and there's like this grunge rock attitude to it. And it's definitely a lot different from your last EP. Like there's a very noticeable like sonic shift. So does this mark like a new direction in your sound, or was this kind of just like a one-off experiment?
It's an indication that we're still exploring all the time. We're just kind of having fun, trying out new things. And we don't like to kind of limit ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
It was one of those songs where it was just, we were just jamming out and started with kind of an interesting, originally like a flute sound on the synth. I had that Canned Heat song, Going Up the Country, stuck in my head, and it has this like kind of funny flute thing in it. So that's kind of where we started, and then it just developed. And I think potentially you might see more of that. And there definitely is in some music to come. Has some, we like to let it loose a bit more, and I think that's maybe just showing its head.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's really cool.
Nice.
And then there was the other track, Ruminate. So this feels kind of like sleek. There's like a low rumble energy. Honestly, when I heard it, it was a bit reminiscent of like early 2000 Arctic Monkeys for me. Like that's, I don't know, for some reason, that's what I thought of. I absolutely love that song. So I think you worked with someone named Chris Ryan. So how did your work with Chris Ryan kind of like shape that atmosphere?
He is the master of like prioritizing what a song really needs. So like if we get overexcited or we add too much, he's the person that tells us like, okay, let's simplify this. Let's give the song just what it needs. And so to create a song that has a lot of space and patience and room to live is definitely something I think maybe came from him. You know, he's the king of like simplicity and stuff. But and it really makes the choruses, in my opinion, feel so much more explosive and full. And working with him has just been an amazing influence and experience. You know, I admire him as a musician and as a creative so much. He's had a huge impact on all of us for sure. I feel really lucky to have worked with him.
Yeah. And then the Ruminate music video, I also really like it. Like it's quite simplistic in the sense that they're just going in a car, but it's definitely a portrayal of like young love, and I'm assuming they break up in the end. Did the song inspire their narrative, or did you already kind of have like the storyline in your mind before you filmed the music video?
The song narrative definitely inspired the narrative of the music video for sure.
Yeah.
We were toying around with a few different ideas. The wider project that it's a part of, that we will definitely show more as the months go by, has a theme of transience in it, and I think that's kind of why it definitely interested us to have the setting of a music video in a car on the move, and you can see like there's nothing really static about that relationship, and that's kind of portrayed in the video, you know, the bond between those two people. It's kind of always on the move or going somewhere, or bounces back between falling in love or things falling apart, you know.
Yeah, the video is really well done, by the way. Like everything's ace. Yeah, it's a really cool video. And then, so one thing I like about your music is that you have this like really cool way of having songs that feel both detailed but also open to interpretation. So how much do you like to kind of like spell out the meaning versus letting listeners fill in the gaps?
I like it when people have a subjective, I like meanings for everybody to be subjective, you know. If for 5 different people hear a song and it means something different to each of them, I love that. And maybe they just connected to all their lived experiences and stuff like that. In terms of like lyric writing, I don't feel a pressure to make it so clear to everybody. A lot of the time my rule of thumb is if like the story holds a through line and has a clear thread to me, that's enough for me. And sometimes it's just like, I know nobody's ever going to get that reference because it's only some joke I have with myself or something like that. You know, take from artists who kind of write lyrics and they don't even know what they mean themselves. So I like to embrace that there's no rules, you know. All those Beatles lyrics, you're the real Beatles head, is it? I am the walrus, doesn't make sense.
I know it all. Yeah.
From a lot of these interviews, I find that like most artists, when they're writing it, they're like, I have no idea what this means. So like, I was just in the moment. It was like a stream of consciousness. I was writing something, and there you go. They're like, there's no deeper meaning, just full song. Like, okay.
I always think of this video. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen it. It's like a crazed fan shows up at John Lennon's house who said like, oh, I heard this message in your song that like you told me to come to your house. And John opens the door and hears this and he's like, sure, I didn't even know what that means. Like, like, and I knew there's hardly a message out there for you. And he's like, anyway, come in for a cup of tea and we'll get you a taxi home. So it was just a lesson of like, that was maybe the first time I was like, oh, okay, you don't have to have this like really set in stone.
Yeah. And like in terms of like song creation, when you're creating, do you tend to build songs like in the rehearsal room together, or do the ideas usually start more privately and then, you know, kind of get shaped together as you come back as a group?
It can vary a lot, I'd say. It's again in the same way where we end up with songs and the styles of songs that we have and stuff like that, where people in the past have described this as like we don't like to stick to the one genre, or maybe it doesn't sound that way. I think with like where we start as well, we don't like to stick to the one route, or we don't feel compelled to. Yeah, so sometimes it's a jam, sometimes it starts just on an acoustic guitar with some lyrics, or sometimes it starts kind of inside the box on like a software with, you know, a groove and just playing around with a bass line or a synth or something like that, you know.
Yeah, got to keep it interesting and dynamic. And then I think I read somewhere that you said Berlin was one of your favorite cities to play. What makes it stand out for you?
I think one of the first times that we played in Berlin was one of the first times that we decided to stick around the city for a few days and actually explore and take it in. And it was like one of my favorite memories of visiting anywhere ever. And so I always have like personal amazing associations with it. But, you know, the crowd are always amazing. Anybody we've ever worked with, it's been lovely. There's always things to do. We've never not had a really, really positive experience with Berlin and other places in Germany as well, for that matter. So we're so excited to go back there towards the end of the year and just keep going back, you know?
Yeah, we also came during the summer the very first time, and I think that set the set in stone the great mood of the city. And yeah, we had a really, really great time.
Summer is like the perfect. It's a completely different city in summer compared to winter. Winter, everything shuts down. It's a bit sad and bleak. So yeah,
honestly, we were there last winter and I still liked it. I think I saw a lot of people in there like, oh, the winter is a completely different vibe. But I think we still had lots of fun coming last time.
Maybe I'm jaded. I've been here too long.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so with that being said, what's one live show memory that will always go down as your favorite?
Oh, there was that time in Copenhagen we thought of sauna before the game. That was pretty good.
Oh, well, that's not really in-show. That's more pre-show.
Or it could be a pre-show. It could be any show moment that was one of your favorites.
I crowd surfed in London for the first time while I was still playing, which was something I always wanted to do, and I'm going to keep doing. But that was, I think the first time is always kind of special because I just didn't know. I just did not think it was going to happen. And then it did.
That's amazing. That's so legendary. Did they get footage of this?
Yeah, I think there's a picture on our Instagram, maybe.
Yeah, there's.
It's the cover of Pick a Cheek, actually.
Oh yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even realize. Okay, that's sick. Yeah, that would be a dream come true.
Yeah,
that's really cool. So let's say 5 years from now, where do you hope Big Sleep is, both maybe on stage and in sound? It could even be 2 years from now. It doesn't have to be 5. 5 is just always the go-to number. I don't know why.
That's like the question your partner's father asked you. You're just like, no, I reckon we just want to be still in the process of creating all the time and touring all the time, and we'd like to be exploring new places. We have a lot of bets, different kind of bets hinging on us playing our first shows in Japan. Somewhere some of us lose out, and some of us win when we get to go to Japan. I won't go into detail.
And some of us are just happy bystanders.
Yeah, exactly.
so excited.
I know we're being vague, but so yeah, like this place we haven't got to tour outside of Europe yet, so that's like a big goal for us. And we like making albums, and we've got to do that for the first time recently, and that's something that's coming down the tracks for us. And I suppose we just want to do more of that and keep doing more of that, and just kind of just get better and explore the world through music. I know it's a very broad answer, but
it's a full answer. I forgot to ask. I wanted to ask this earlier, but the 2 new singles that came out this year, are those a part of an EP or an album? That or can you not say?
I don't know if we're sworn to secrecy. What do you think?
No habla inglés.
Oh, yo hablo español. Eso está bien.
Oh, no.
But Matteo's Italian, but whenever he wants to get himself out of a jam.
¿Cómo está?
Again. Muy bien. But you don't believe how many times that actually worked. Like people are like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize. It's like, no, I was just thinking.
Let's just get out of jail card and pretend to speak Spanish. And assume people can't speak Spanish. I suppose, yeah, there's, let's not beat around the bush. I don't think we're going to it's not going to be the end of the world if people know that there's an album in the tracks. We're not going to say when. And so one of those 2 singles, we're going to be a little bit vague, is on the album. There's a lot more to come.
That's not that vague at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one of them will be.
One of them. Oh,
yeah.
I hope it's the crowd surfing one. But anyway, yeah. What's next on the agenda for 2025? We have a mystery album. I think you guys are doing some tours. Anything else?
We're playing our biggest headline show to date in Dublin in the Academy on the 24th of October, which is a dream come true. Can't wait for that. And yeah, coming back to Berlin, of course, coming back to Hamburg and Cologne, and other places around Germany and the Netherlands and the UK. And so much to look forward to. Really, really excited.
Congrats on the headline, by the way, at the Academy. That's huge. The last time I was there was like years ago to see the chats. So, but yeah, that's really big. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, but definitely let me know when you're in Berlin. It'd be great to maybe put I was going to say name to the face, but that's not right because I can see your faces. But yeah, I think those were the majority of the questions I had for you. With that being said, are there like any final words that you'd like to leave your friends and listeners with?
Somebody take us to Japan, please.
Yeah. So someone in the band can win and someone can lose the bets.
Yeah.
And assuming that most people are based in Germany, come see us at the German shows.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun.
Berlin, Hamburg, Cologne. I think those are all the German shows. And a place called, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Ries Haldern.
Okay.
I'm only available in English and Spanish. I don't know about the yeah.
But no, look, we'll find that out when we get there. But yeah, we're coming. So.
City boy was international. I swear.